Hello Tacticians, it's Nox here playing Warhammer 40k Tacticus. Here we're up against the Legendary Hive Tyrant, which is the first of the 3 legendary bosses that we can fight in the guild. Here I'll be taking in Aleph Null. Really good because of her swarms, and they can keep on replicating, and they can tie up the enemy swarms as well, and sometimes they do quite a bit of damage. Archimatos for the Bloodletters, their high pierce again managed to punch through and keep their summons from the Hive Tyrant busy. Roswither, probably the all-star of all of these boss fights with her bonus damage versus Psychers. Make sure if you have got her, get that the ability that she has, which does that bonus damage versus Psychers, as high as possible. Commissar Yarrick, well, it's a familiar sight here. It's yet another summoner with more guys to shoot and to distract their swarms. And Makatep helps to get into combat, but also really useful for triggering this our summons again, hoping to get the Scarab Swarms to replicate and create more. So let's get right into this. So we'll have a look at the Hive Tyrant. You can have a look at its abilities. First we've got the Prehensile Pincer Tail. Whenever it attacks an enemy in melee, that target or an enemy unit adjacent to both the target and the Hive Tyrant takes 2,000 plus physical damage. Not much fun for our troops if they get hit. Moving on, we got the Synaptic Imperative. All friendly units adjacent to the Tervigan have a 50% chance to be revived. Well, we all know what that's like when we're facing against it, but let's hope we overkill. Then we've got the Cool Ripper Swarms. These guys are annoying. 4 burrowing Ripper Swarms who emerge from the ground at the beginning of the Hive Tyrant's next turn, unless their hex is occupied by another unit. I'm not sure how we can get around that in the future, but maybe there will be. A Catalyst, all friendly Tyranid units get 409 extra armor, as if they don't have enough in Legendary, and a 30% chance to block damage for this turn and only each turn. And the Stranglethorn Cannon. This is nasty. The Hive Tyrant attacks using its Stranglethorn Cannon, dealing lots of damage to the initial target, and any units adjacent to the target also suffer lots of damage. It tends to kill one, if not, and if you've got anyone next to that initial one, it kills them as well. So let's go in. Here we go. This is the setup. I don't think I move anything around. The Hive Tyrant's a bit too far away to actually get there in the first turn, so what I do is actually move everyone to a location where they're, well, at least if they get shot, the person next to them won't be shot. So Makatep isn't next to him to give his extra movement bonus, but we're not so worried about the movement as not getting killed. So a bit of a decision there on Commissar Yarrick, but he goes there. Comes in and summons the swarms. I move in Aleph Null, summon my Scarab Swarms on her, and they're both together. So the next step was to move Makatep to trigger them again, hoping for a replication. Unfortunately, it didn't happen for me. They just attacked again. So I took the opportunity to send in the Bloodletters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 200 damage each, but hey, I'll take it. Roswither goes in, having to attack from a distance because I can't get next to the extra attack in combat. And finally, Commissar Yarrick summoning his Imperial troops. Then the swarms do what the swarms do, and killer come my guys. Now, my summons, some get distracted, which is useful in its own right because it means their swarms aren't going to attack me, and I start moving in to attack. Again, attacking from a distance with Roswither. Move Makatep back. Yarrick. Aleph Null. Oh, nearly forgot to use Archimatos, and there he goes. Every single bit of damage helps. Now their Scarab Swarms, sorry, their Ripper Swarms start attacking, and I lose Archimatos there. But I can still carry on attacking. Ros goes into hand-to-hand combat, as does Aleph Null. Shot from Makatep and Commissar Yarrick, and the Hive Tyrant moves again. The damage is racking up. I'm managing to last quite well because my swarms are keeping his swarms tied up. Its swarms, and I just keep on going. I just keep away, ploughing away. You just got to get as much damage in as possible. I should have moved Roswither to be next to him then. Bit of a mistake. Couldn't get Aleph Null to a high ground, so couldn't do much better there. Again, now the Ripper Swarms come in. All my swarms have been kept them busy long enough, but we're on the last round, so we're doing the last bits of damage as we go in, hoping to get as much damage in as possible. And I think that was it. Yeah, 17,000. So that was on Legendary. One thing I will note is here, Commissar Yarrick is only Iron 2. His troops are what create all the damage. And as I said, they also help distract the Ripper Swarms that the Hive Tyrant summons. So the one thing you probably need to think about, we're about to approach the end of the week, so how are you going to start approaching the next week? We, in our guild, we've got a bit of a setup where we call out when we're going to go through the first few bosses. You don't want to cause too much damage. You just want to kill them with just enough damage so the next boss is up. That way you get to go through all the ranks as smartly as possible and you don't waste damage. Now, if you can organise that within your guild and you optimise, you might find yourself going up another tier level when it comes to those chests that you get at the end of the 2 weeks of the boss fight. And really, I wish you all the best. I hope you manage to kill whichever bosses that you're currently fighting, and I hope those chests drop some nice, lovely loot for you. Anyway, I'll see you on the battlefield. Take care.